Dom, 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 dom. Over here, I'm over there, I'm over here, I'm over there. Dom, dom, dom. And it looks like, well, I got to make sure everything's working for you correctly here. The pod track is moving up and down. It looks like Streamlabs is moving side to side. Well, goddamn, that sounds like a correction to me that needed to be done. We did it. We're good. We're happy. Elijah's green. The trap is clean. It's time to go.
Mics are hot.
Gen X talks. Generation X. Generation X talking. Gen X talks. You see the clever play on words that we put together for you? Did you notice how I sounded a little bit like Walter Cronkite? And this is the news. Walter Cronkite is bringing to you, we've landed on the moon and the Cuba Missile Crisis from Walter Cronkite. And there's a bunch of you on TikTok that are like 30 years old going, who the fuck is Walter Cronkite? Well, you're obviously too young to be part of this live stream. What we're going to ask you to do is leave. Turn off your computer and go away. You can sit on your phone and Google who Walter Cronkite is. You can look it up, and then you can come back. But when you come back to this particular live stream, you're going to have to sit at the little kid table because the adults are talking about Walter Cronkite. And if you don't know who that is, you got to sit at the little kid table. Which one's the little kid table? It's easy to find. Mismatched chairs. Yeah. Small cardboard card table, kind of half in the living room and half in the hallway where everybody, all the adults walk by you to go to the bathroom. If you've ever had a family function as Generation X, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Again, those of you who don't, you're going to have to come back and play nice. Now, we got to start off the live stream with Generation X talking and Gen X talks. We put a lot of common sense to things. But to make the world make more sense, and for you viewers, listening to all of the lies I'm about to tell you, because nothing I'm telling you is true. Everything's always made up. The points don't matter, and I haven't had an original thought in my head since 1973. Good. Glad you're coming along with me on that. We got to drink. This only makes sense if you drink. You have to drink it. Now, this is the Sun Valley Fox with his very own BOTGN, bottom of the glass nation shot glass. Yeah. He's got some Pendleton in that. The sun in this particular picture is setting over the mountains around South Lake Tahoe. This is a $1.2 million view from the foxhole in Minden, Nevada. I can't drink yet. Dr. McDreamy has me on strict no. If I drink any alcohol on the medication I'm on, I keel over dead. So I don't keel over and die until after the show. Do you know why? That's a little thing called courtesy. A little thing called respect. Generation X, we'll finish the show. Then we'll die. All right? You notice how I did that there? Good. It's important for you to understand. All right. You guys got to drink up so you can believe the lies. That's an important thing to do there. Also, if any of you didn't pick up on what's going on here, Patreon. If you didn't get the message, if YouTube didn't tell you, if X didn't tell you, if TikTok did not notify you that we were going on live, look, you got to join Patreon. It's $1. It helps us out. It's a goddamn $1. You can't find 4 quarters in the couch in your living room? Really? Of course you can. Find 4 quarters, put them in the side of your phone or your laptop, or you ting, 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 just like playing an arcade game. Then you get an email. We just give you a note, say, hey, we're going live. Sometimes we're on the radio. Sometimes we're doing a garage show. Sometimes we're doing a bottom of the glass show. Yeah, it's all fun stuff, but you don't always get notified. Why? Well, because most platforms are run by assholes, to be fair with you. And so we got to get that. Now you know what I know. Let's turn that up.
I find 4 quarters in the laundry.
You do?
Yeah, you guys leave change in your jeans all the time.
You know, that reminds me of a story. That's Gen X Mom, by the way. My wife, if you guys don't know who she is, she'll be on camera shortly. In fact, I can just do it right now.
Oh, yeah. Why not?
Oh, and you're gone. Your camera's gone.
Good.
Why did your camera disappear?
I don't know.
Why is your camera not there? It shows you there, but then it doesn't show you there, and I don't know why. I had you all lined out, and now there's nothing. Wow, that's a little bit disturbing.
MIA.
You are MIA. You know what? Fortunately, you have a gifted and talented, trained broadcast professional. And with a few strokes of the mighty pen, we can go find you here. Let's look. We got here.
Also, your brother from another mother is in the chat in YouTube.
Brother from another mother.
That would be... Whoa!
I found you.
That would be Tomash.
Tomash! My buddy. Okay, so see, now you're there. Boom, boom, boom. So it reminds me of a story when you talked about money in the laundry. I don't know if you remember this, but our second oldest son, that's right, my wife and I, we've had the hand in raising 32 children. Our last batch of 8 was 4 boys and 4 girls. And the second oldest son, one time my wife had done the laundry, and because the rule in our house with all the kids, you have 8 kids and 2 adults, and my brother, we had an Uncle Michael living with us for a few years. If she finds money in the laundry, it's fucking hers.
That's my tip.
She keeps the money. She finds the money in the laundry, it's goddamn hers.
That's right.
And there's no arguing, no giving it back. She did not give a shit. And one time she found $200. And my second oldest son comes up and he's like, "Where'd you got two?" She was all happy. My wife was, "Look, $200 in the laundry." Now, quickly, second oldest son says, "Well, whose laundry are you doing?" And so, well, you came out of Dad's. And she said, "Well, how does Dad not know he's missing $200? How does that go missing? How do you not know the next morning when you wake up, Dad's pants have been in laundry for a week? How does he not know?" And at the time, he was like, "Well, when you're vastly wealthy, as one is,
Vastly?
It is uncommon. It is not uncommon for me to misplace thousands and thousands of dollars, and I don't know where it is, and I misplace it all the time." And the truth was, I knew I'd lost the $200, but I didn't know where, and I couldn't tell you. I couldn't go to my wife and go, "Honey, got some bad news. Funny thing happened. I lost $200, and I don't know where it went." So, to play it off to my son, like, $200, that happens all the time. I was in panic mode. I'm like, "Oh, thank God you found it."
Did you get it back?
Kind of, because I just shorted you $200 on your grocery budget and said, "I know you got $200 more dollars. It was mine. So you do what you want." But anyway, so that just sparked the memory of a story. And look at what's not here. Your side by side is gone on that one too. Can you believe that shit? That you know why? It's because we undid it and restarted it again.
Can I read Tomash's super chat?
You can, and I'm gonna plug you in. Go ahead.
The General, dear Bottom of the Glass Nation, the milestone we passed together, and sooner than you think, I will visit the handsome mechanic in the middle of the desert.
He's going to visit?
That's what he said. He's in chat.
Now, he knows we moved, right? He's not going to head towards Southern California and go, "I'm at the right address. Where the fuck are you guys?"
I don't know.
That'd be funny.
Email you.
Yeah, he's going to have to email. Make sure on the right page there. All right. So, there's some things. We got little things and stuff to get out of the way. Talk about a few things. Let's see. You guys, and I'm going to go, well, we shouldn't go in the wrong order. I'll back up a little bit. We'll go down to something. We'll cover some stuff first. You guys know that I went to the car show, a little tiny car show here in Gardnerville. And there really wasn't a lot of guests. It was more, they got together in support of an Alzheimer's unit thing, which I was in favor of. About 35 or 40 guys brought their cars out there, and they're old timers, like you find around town. And there wasn't as many guests. So every time I went up to look at a car, the guy who owned the car came running out. "Want to know about my car? I don't mind talking." Usually those guys are so busy that they've been talking to so many people, they're done. They just do not want to keep talking to people all day.
Right.
But in this particular case, there hadn't been so many people. So I did get to meet quite a few wonderful guys out there. It wasn't just all guys. There was men and women out there. But I'm telling you, I've been to a lot of car shows in my life. And I think these cars were, they were on par for about what you see. There's obviously been some car shows with just extremely detailed $200,000 cars. You trailer it in, it sits behind glass, you trailer it out. Okay, this wasn't one of those shows. There were some rat rods in here, some daily drivers in here. They had some nice stuff. But the people at this particular car show, the old boys that hang around and they all knew each other, the 35 or so guys that showed up with their stuff, I have never met a better group of guys than I did in Gardnerville. And I think some of them were from Minden, Gardnerville, Carson City, maybe Genoa, just the local guys that come around to do something. And I spent as much time with every one of them as I could. I ran out of time. Those old boys would have talked to me till they shut the place down. But We did make a contact there at the place that it was at. It was for Alzheimer's research, this particular event. But Gen X Mom did make contact with the concierge lady. We would like, Gen X Talks, we'd like to participate in the next one. If we have a way that we can do something to promote it, to be there, we'll put up our tent, we'll give away some T-shirts, we'll do some stuff. If that comes about again, we would love to be part of that. And we told them so. We let them know that was on par with what we do. And they seemed pretty receptive to it, although they didn't know quite who we were. You want to read the sheets or anything else you got in there?
Yeah, let me see what I've got here. Well, we have a birthday we're celebrating tomorrow.
Well, then why are we doing it today?
Because we're not going to be on tomorrow.
Okay, did they send it through the proper birthday channels, or are you sneaking this in like you always do?
No, proper birthday channel.
Okay, who is it?
Saint Donna, our very own Saint Donna, is celebrating her birthday tomorrow.
Wow.
So happy birthday, Saint Donna. Loud One, member for 2 years, $5 chat on YouTube. Get on the damn bus and press the like button. I'm driving tonight with tears. Rest in peace, my brother from another mother, Todd Henson, he said. So
That's not good. I don't want to hear stuff like that, man. That's not a good thing.
T-Bone gifted 5 Gen X Talks memberships on YouTube.
Thank you for the memberships, you guys. That's a big thing because if you're a member of Patreon, if you're a member of the General's Lunchbox on Facebook, or if you're a member on YouTube, there are 4.5 years of behind-the-scenes stuff. You can go scroll back. Don't do it now. We're in the middle of the live stream. But after the live stream, you can go any one of those places, and there is stuff not fit for human consumption, and you can go check it out. It's a lot of behind-the-scenes Gen X Talk stuff. Yeah.
Sean MacArthur over on Facebook Personal, 200 stars for the handsome general and beautiful queen.
Never forgets
Enjoy
this.
and stay blessed.
Thank you for that.
T-Bone says he's loving it. That was his super chat that he sent.
Far out.
We also have some people checking in on TikTok. We have Pitmaster Wannabe send in a rose. We have Chris with a comment saying, I've been following y'all forever, but haven't seen you in months. Good to see you all.
Well, we're here, damn it.
And then that is it at the moment.
Let me scroll through here. I can see some people in here in TikTok.
You're in TikTok?
Prince Alarming.
Prince Alarming.
There's a dude named Prince Alarming. Steve Henderson checking in. Pitmaster, I see him in there. He loves Steve Harvey. Thomas is checking in. Mary Mathis is your moderator over on TikTok. You want to say something, you find Mary Mathis over there. Who else is in there? Chris Lowest?
That's who I just said Chris. Chris.
Yeah, it's a weird name, man. Change your name. I don't like it. You got to find something else. It's not Gen X Talks approved. You need to find a different name. Christine Cook, 130. Dude, where is here? Where can I see you live? You're watching us live, Christine. Christine Cook, 130 goes, dude, where is here? Where can I see you live? Right, you're typing in the comment section of a live. Look, I'm saying your name. Christine Cook, Christine Cook, Christine Cook.
Put up 4 fingers. Oh, we're live.
We're live. Christine goes, on the regular. Well, what's the what does that mean, Christine? I need to see you on the regular.
We have Loyal Expert just joined the Legion of X over on YouTube tonight.
Thank you very much for that.
Loyal.
Far out.
Wow, I can't even say that.
I stepped out of my comfort zone this week.
Oh, really?
You were there.
I was?
I stepped out and did something I have never allowed to happen to my body ever. I allowed a woman to do something to my body.
Was it this week? Oh, wow.
What does it matter? Does it matter? I'm sorry. I'll start all over. In previous weeks, yes, it was this week.
Okay.
I allowed a woman to do something to my body that I have never, ever.
In your whole entire life.
In my whole life. Never let it happen. And wouldn't you know, your lovely queen, Gen X Mom, my wife, what does she do? In my moment of frustration, in my moment of worry, concentration, she takes a fucking picture.
Oh, yeah. I had to document it. First time for everything.
We ran into this old girl down in Carson City, and I loved going to get my hair cut by her. I do. She's a hoot and a half, as they say in the old days. And she's as old as the Sun Valley Fox. And she if you banter with her, that woman will put you in your place. I mean, she absolutely will just knock your dick in the dirt talking. She's fun and she's very good, but she keeps bugging me to trim my beard. And I politely say, nobody trims my beard. Nobody's ever trimmed my beard. Not my mother, not my wife, not an ex-wife, not ex-girlfriends. No, 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 no. No, no, no. You don't touch the general's beard. You don't get something this glorious in the hands of others. And that's the truth. And when I got done giving her that little speech, she says, so do you want me to trim it or not? I was like, oh, well, maybe you could just do the sides up here, but don't do anything below here. So she did. And it looked good. She goes, you want me to keep going? Oh. Because you put a hole in a man's beard, it takes a long time to grow it back and fill the hole in.
He has a problem with me touching it.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't, you know. The only people in my life who've ever been allowed to touch my beard are my daughters. And when they were really little, you know, they're really tiny, 4 years old, 6 years old, 8 years old, and they mess with your daddy's face and they paint your fingernails and stuff. I let my daughters, but that, you know, but nobody ever touches it. Nobody ever trims it. And I let her do it.
You did.
First time, if I'm going to pop that cherry, I picked a 75-year-old woman. But, ladies and gentlemen,
it looks awesome.
Got a little fuzz going on right there, but other than that,
you look very handsome.
Clean. So those of you who have been members, when we talk about members get privileges, members see things. You guys got all the pictures before, during, and after. On the live stream, you just get this one, but that's my face. I was like, have I made a mistake? Should I just get out of the chair? Should I stand up right now and walk out?
The ladies are saying you're handsome and the beard looks great.
Well, thank you, ladies. I appreciate that. I do. I know you get a little sidetracked during the live stream, but ladies, when you're looking at this whole package right here, remember one thing. I could turn this down, but I can't turn it off. I do apologize. I don't mean to be a distraction during the live stream, but what do I do? Well,
wow, Shasta Williams says you are making all of the harem girls shake, General.
So speaking of that, you know, we have different shows. We have the Bottom of the Glass Nation, which is this one, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and it's on at 6:00 p.m. Los Angeles time, and we're almost always broadcasting from the Loop Studios in Minden, Nevada, but we've never had a producer. We have an off-the-record show where we let you guys call in. You guys call in with your paranormal ghost stories. If you guys have a ghost story, if you have a kidnapping story, a paranormal, alien, Area 51, conspiracy, moon landing, 9/11, Bermuda Triangle, Bigfoot up your ass story, you call us. You text us. You tell us what you're going to talk about. Then we call you. We put you on the air. We have our own radio station, kgxtradio.com. Plays awesome music all day long. No commercials. You're welcome, America and Denmark. That's a show we do. That's on Wednesdays at 7. We also have a garage show we do every Friday at 6:00. We never had a producer for any of those shows until now. Now, Shiloh Ferguson, who's on staff here, she has taken over the mantle of running around with the baton for Off the Record. She is receiving emails. She is receiving phone calls. She's getting things set up. So it makes it easier for me to call you guys. But Off the Record is a pretty fucking good show. That's one that's worth going and seeing. Why did that fucking thing come up there? Why is that on there? Oh, there it is. So if you good moderators on all the platforms, you guys can put up the link to Off the Record. You can either link them to the latest episode or link them to the whole page. We've got them for you. They're on Spotify. You can listen to them. You can go back and listen to those. And some of them are really, really good. Some of them are okay. We're getting our feet where we're still in our first season, but they're a lot of fun. All of them are fun to talk to people. So you got to go try that. Good moderators can put the link. Check that out later. We do now have a producer, so that show is going to start taking off. I do believe, in my humble opinion.
And when is that show?
Well, thank you for asking, little lady. Off the Record with the General is every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Los Angeles time. Simulcast on kgxtradio.com or wherever fine broadcasts are sold.
Very nice.
Was that a good radio voice,
that
right?
Was very good. I like it. I like that a lot.
Oh, so real quick, for those of you that are playing Gen X Mom's Pigskin Pick'em, Man, last week was a rough week for you losers. I mean, people lost 5, 6, 8 games. The leaderboard changed. All these are posted. All of the shows and all of the pigskin pick'em, all the results are on genxtalks.com. You go to the website, there's just a bunch of pictures. You can click your way around and see a bunch of stuff. But the leaderboard drastically changed. I think the only person who stayed in the same spot was the top guy, Hargasm. He's the only one fucking up there. He hasn't moved. He got there in the beginning. He's holding on. Every other jabroni on there. It's almost like you guys were picking the favorite color of the helmet last time. Ooh, I'm going to pick the red helmet, not the blue helmet. Now I'm going to pick the yellow helmet, not the green helmet. I don't know. Whatever, you guys. So Pigskin Pick'em's going along. There's going to be some prizes for the leader changes this next week. We'll see how it goes. All right. Now, Gen X Mom sent me a picture. I had to ask her what's going on in this picture because personally, I don't know shit about birds. I don't know anything about birds. I don't watch birds. I don't like birds. If I could tolerate...
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
If I could tolerate a cat, I'd throw a cat out there to eat the birds. But as you know, since we've moved to the Loop Studios in Minden, Nevada, outside of the studio, I have a window which has nothing out there but birds. And this one came by for the first time. This fucking guy. Now, you know who's not afraid of this guy? Blue Jays. They didn't care. They're all around. The doves came in and were in the water. The finches won't come anywhere near this motherfucker.
How would you know?
Because it's right outside the goddamn window.
But how would you know?
Because you call me and say, look out your window, there's birds.
Right. Where's the bullshit bell?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, we need to bring the bullshit bell back where you can ding it over there. Of course,
It's somewhere.
It is somewhere. I don't know what this thing is. I sent a picture to St. Donna because she lives outside the exclusion zone, the 9-mile exclusion zone at the Foxhole Studios. But she guessed magpie. I did look it up. It says magpie, but it says it's some weird beak-sized magpie that is mainly around just where we live. I got to look that up a little deeper, but for those of you keeping score...
So you looked it up?
I didn't for sure. No, I don't know.
You said you looked it up.
No, I didn't look it up. I don't know. It's not my thing. I don't like birds.
People
and who
are
gives a
saying
shit.
that is a magpie.
Yeah, so anyway...
They are confirming.
That is the first time this particular color bird has shown up. It found
its way.
It found its way. Also, just guys talking about it, this is where we're going to back into this thing. We have had a lot of stuff based around this truck. We did a podcast where we're going to go meet the guy about buying the truck. We're going to talk to the guy about buying the truck. We had a show where we showed pictures of us talking to the guy. All of you members got to see 2 videos. All of you members got to see the Lone Ranger video, which was super funny. And then you got to see the long one about Gen X Mom driving this. I went and bought it. I went and bought this thing. It's a 1971 Dodge D300 with a 413 wedge big block in it. And I'm still so fat I can't fit behind the wheel. Now,
did you try?
I'm losing. No. We'll get to that in a second.
Oh.
I'm lost 129 pounds or 139 pounds, but I still can't fit behind the wheel of this old thing. So Gen X Mom had to drive it home from where we bought it. Now, the Sun Valley Fox, her older brother, was sitting in the passenger seat giving her directions. A lot of, oh, my God, look out. I think you hit that kid. Please don't go fast. Slow down. Stay in your lane. A lot of those instructions.
No, I scared him because in the neighborhood, I kind of rolled through the stop signs.
Yeah, you did.
While I was getting used to the stick in the clutch.
Big, heavy truck clutch that was a tall clutch. It's either wearing out or out of adjustment, but that clutch released all the way at the top. But she never stalled it. No. She didn't stall it once, and she got going on it. But a lot of videos and conversations about this. So we're still not done talking about it, but there was a lot of stuff that went through about this old blue truck.
That's going to be a fun garage project.
It is. In fact, we did an entire garage show yesterday based on that. If you guys want to see one of the most fun, that was laughing the whole time through, the Sun Valley Fox and I did a single camera on a stand all around that truck, under the hood, under the dash, inside, outside, upside, downside. And absolutely one of the best garage shows we've ever had. Good moderators will go get that link for you now. Link you right to that episode. But they weren't ready. They weren't prepared. And none of them are Trippy Pineapple. Trippy Pineapple would have had that shit ready to go just in case I brought it up. Anyway, don't go watch it now, but that was a huge one. That was so much fun to do. I got to tell you, I don't think I've laughed so hard during a garage show in all my years. Yeah, Jenna's
T.S.
mom.
Jedi just posted $5 on YouTube saying, got my first box of cigars, box of Isla del Sols, the General Speaks the Truth, a quality smoke.
Ah, good stuff, man. See, when you get, we don't get affiliate links. We don't get sponsored by them. I'm just passing along something I think is fucking cool. I'm telling you, Del Sols, man, it's my favorite cigar of choice. All right. So we had Big Blue. That was the title of the garage show. If you look for that cover picture, you'll find it. That thumbnail, you'll see it, but you can get there. Anyway, so today I was over at the Foxhole, and we were working on Big Blue, trying to figure.
He had a play date. He had a play date with my brother.
Why do you got to say it like that? No, he didn't have a play date.
Was St. Donna there? No. Was I there? No.
Well,
you two had a play date.
It was not a play date. We're grown-ass men. We don't go on play dates. We're grown-ass men. Okay? I got 35 years in the automotive industry as a master mechanic. He's a master machinist, 50 years in the industry. Okay?
It was a play date.
It was.
Us moms even texted each other, make sure you guys were playing.
Well,
getting along.
You know what? No one brought us snacks.
Well, I don't know what to
Why didn't St. Donna bring us snacks? The only thing she did, you know what St. Donna did today? I'll let you know. She comes out and she goes, first thing she says is she's talking to Sun Valley Fox, her husband. This is a true story. Okay? Just like Wyatt Earp would say, it's a true story, give or take a lie or two. Okay. Listen to me. So she comes out there and she says to her husband, she says, you know, I'm just about done fixing breakfast and there's some bacon and eggs. He goes, okay. She didn't say shit to me. Behind me, I can see her doing, like, come in the house. But she didn't offer me anything. He goes, well, this is really my second breakfast. I was up at 5 this morning. I had breakfast. So I don't think he even went in and ate. She comes back out around lunchtime. Can I get you guys anything to drink? Are you good? I said, no, I got my water. And Sun Valley Fox.
So she did check on you.
Water. And she brought the Sun Valley Fox some water.
She didn't tell you to go use the hose.
I would have gladly used the hose, not my first hose water. So then she says, can I fix you guys anything to eat? You looking for some lunch? And I'm thinking, I'd like a little snack. And she never asked what I wanted, and she never came out with anything. She just left. And this is the first time I've been at St. Donna's where she hasn't tried to feed you something.
Well, she was busy.
Now, Briggs comes over. He doesn't hang out in the garage with the Sun Valley Fox and I. Briggs comes over, my 20-year-old. He goes in the house with St. Donna. He's gone an hour. I couldn't figure out where he was, but you knew.
Oh, I know. He goes over there and St. Donna feeds him.
Yeah, he gets meals over there. He's like, if he walks in and, hi, Donna, how are you doing today? How's your day going? She says, well, why don't you sit right down here?
Are you hungry?
And I'll feed you while we talk about it. He works that thing. So anyway, this is what happened there over today. So the first thing we did was I had to bring my generator over there. I want to put my generator mounted in Big Blue, and it wasn't running. I haven't had my generator running in, I don't know, years and years. So we messed with that, got that going, carburetor fuel, had a bad kill switch on it. So we monkeyed with that, I don't know, I think about 30 or 45 minutes. We got it running just how it's supposed to. Clean oil, clean air filter, humming along, checked all the voltages, everything's good. And I wanted to turn it around because I knew the mount was broke on the front of it. It was something was wrong. And Sun Valley Fox says, well, I have ramps. Now, I thought we just turned the generator around in the tailgate. In my younger days, I'd have just yarded that motherfucker up in the air, turned it around, and set it down. These days, not so much. These days, I pull the muscle looking at how heavy that fucking thing was. So he goes into this shed, and he's got these are not collapsible ramps. They're in the corner of his shed all the way to the back. So he goes in there and grabs one, starts yanking on it like this, trying to pull it out. Bang, 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 bang. So now he's got this big fucking tile saw. He's trying to move this tile saw around. He gets the tile saw moved about 2 inches and tries it again. Bang, 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 bang. Now, you know what's holding it in at the top? It's a screw. There's a fucking Phillips screw. And I'm like, hey, Fox, man, there's a screw up there. I know. I can get it around the screw. The screw's not holding anything in. The screw's not holding anything up. The screw's just fucking sitting in there. I'm like, just go get a screwdriver and take the fucking screw out. He goes, I got it. He's now yarding everything out from in front of these 2 ramps, and there's shelving built up against the ramps. There's no way. I said, there's no way you put those ramps back there. You put around the shelving. You put those ramps back there and then built the shelving in front of it. Man, did he give me an evil look. I said, well, it's in there fucking tight. And since you won't take the goddamn screw out, he finally takes this table saw, this tile saw, and he grabs it and he bends it out of the way. And I heard something snap, break, and fall down in the back. And I go, well, you broke something back there. And
oh,
I heard it fall. Sounded like it used to be something nice. So he finds out what it is, and luckily I think it was like a piece of tile or something he had saved. He snapped. He goes, I'm just going to throw that away. I'm going to throw this away. I'm going to throw this away. I'm going to throw that away. And he goes, and there's, you know what I see sticking out by the saw that is now fucked up completely is a wreath. Half a part of a wreath. Okay. And I go, what's that? He goes, oh, I can't throw that away. No, I was thinking he was going to have some sentimental thing about his mother, your guys' mom. Like, well, it was my mother's, and she's had it since she was a child, and it's a sentimental wreath. He looks at me, he goes, I was told not to get rid of this. So that's a St. Donna thing. I said, well, technically you didn't get rid of it, but you smashed the fuck out of it. So it's still here. Technically you're okay. You're not going to get divorced over that one. So he breaks things and moves things, and then he's still fucking with this deal so hard. I mean, he's breaking a sweat in the shed trying to get the ramp out. When he finally gets it out, I said, I'll take that from you, buddy, and I'm going to walk out front because I'm not going to watch him take the second one out. So we got each other today, kind of, okay? Usually he gets the better of me because he's older and wiser and knows stuff. So you can see where that ramp is. So we put the ramp on the bed, and we lowered we rolled the two ramps were there. We rolled the generator down. We rolled it back up. We put it in. We fixed the mount on it. We pushed it to the front. It was fine. But now Sun Valley Fox is like, I don't even use these ramps. They don't fit my truck. You can have them. So now we're thinking of a way to mount them on Old Blue. But now I'm worried that ramp will just kick out. If you try to go up that ramp, it's going to slide off the end of the tailgate onto the ground. And if you're going up there on a quad or something, you're going to fuck some shit up. So we're trying to figure out a way. My first thing was to drill holes in the tailgate of this old truck. We can just put a pin in it. But then where do you drill the holes? I mean, today we're putting up a generator. Tomorrow we may be putting up a quad. Or you don't know where those are going to. So what do you do? Just put 30 holes across your tailgate so you can line them up? I mean, we can't do that. So Sun Valley Fox says these particular ramps come with a strap underneath. You hook onto about the middle of the ramp, and you take this, like, it's not like a bungee cord, it's like a motorcycle strap, and underneath you hook it to your truck, and you tighten it. Now it's hooked to the truck somewhere. And we're like, that'd be far out and cool. I mean, you could hook it to the bumper, but it's kind of hard to get to it with that tailgate down. So we're trying to design a piece of metal that has an L hook all the way across the back tailgate so that it looks clean, it looks good, but it's got a hook on it. Anywhere you put the ramp, you can hook to it because it's just a flat piece of steel with an L on it. We got this figured out, but we start arguing about where it's going. And he's trying to tell me, no, you got to drill it in and mount it this way. And I go, what the fuck, man? And I finally just said, would you stop? Just stop. So I'm going through the whole procedure. We're going to get it. We're going to cut it. It's channel stock. We're going to get it here. We're going to drill holes. We got carriage bolts. And he settles in. Sun Valley Fox, my older brother-in-law, the patriarch of our family, he settles in one of those dad looks with that dad face. All right, I'll wait till you're done. I'll wait till you're done. That's the look. He's just like, yep, you're going to drill holes. Yep, you're going to put the carriage bolts in. Our dad was a master at that. He goes, yep. You go, yeah, I got you, yeah. And if he's not, he's half paying attention. And I finally get done, and I say, so when this is all done and in place, it'll hook. But I had that whole discussion with the tailgate up and closed. If I would have done it my way, as soon as I would have lowered the tailgate, the channel would have been facing the wrong way, and I couldn't have hooked anything to it. But I wasn't catching on to that. I wasn't smelling what he was stepping in. So he looks at me and I'm all the way down. He goes, you see now what I'm fucking talking about, old man? And he goes, yeah, that's going to work real great until you have to put the tailgate down. And I went, what?
Oh, Jeremy
shit.
Jeremy B said something. Now General knows how Briggs feels with his great plans.
Quite similar. So he got to me. He's like, "Are you done? Because everything you just said ain't going to work with the tail unless the tailgate's up. How are we going to hook the ramp on with it up?" And I went, "Fuck." Now, later, I think I got a little bit even with him. A little bit later. But we'll get to that. So we're figuring out how to put the ramps and a ladder rack on the side. We're going to mount the generator and one of my smaller, we're going to have a little cubby hole for my welder that goes in. I got a Lincoln, a real nice little Lincoln that goes in. Then we charged that up and got all that going. That's kind of how today went. But I want to share with you guys what my next problem was, because it was a problem. All right? Got the ramp in there. Now, this vehicle came with an old crane. There's just an old swing arm crane on it, and it has a gear reduction it's a gear reduction. I don't even know if they make these anymore. It's inside of a housing. It's a gear reduction crank to lift. It's like a come along, but it's gear reduced. It's a big fucking thing, and it's huge. And anyway, so we're trying to figure out, let's keep this on here. It's not in our way. It doesn't get in anybody's way. We can modify this and make it a little bit better. I'm going to put a winch on it. And I'm going to run the winch inside the poles and do all that shit so it looks clean. Anyway, so we decided we were just going to leave this position where it is. Now, do you see the triangle? Can you see the pole going up and down? Can you see the arm coming out? The arm's not straight. If the arm was flat, that'd be a 90-degree simple, but it's not. I don't even know what fucking degree that is. So we decide the only thing holding that is that stupid cable. The guy who we bought it from, Chuck, just left this cable up there. That's the strength. That's the lifting power, is whatever that hook and cable is on that arm. You can see that arm's got a bolt in it. You cut that cable, that arm, boom, right to the ground. So Sun Valley Fox sharpens his pencil and says, what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 gussets. I said, what the fuck is a gusset? He says, we're going to cut. He goes, you get a 6-inch plate, and if you measure the angle right, you cut 2, because each angle is different, but they're on the same parallel. We'll have the exact piece we need with the angle below it and the angle above it. I said, okay, well, how the fuck do we figure out what angle that is? Now, I do things differently as a down-home backyard shade tree mechanic. I got to tell you. He starts talking a mile a minute. He starts telling me how to figure out the angle, and he's like, well, if it's, this is 180 degrees on this side, and it's straight as a 90 degrees, and you got to take... I said, how the fuck are you going to figure that out? I shit you not, ladies and gentlemen. I submit this to you as evidence to the jury. He grabs this fucking thing, which is about this big. Now, I've never seen one of these. You know what that is, Gen X Mom? I know what a protractor is,
That's what it looks like.
But mine was plastic, and I used it the last time in 7th grade. He goes, no, this is a much better one than the plastic one. So he goes out there with this thing, and he holds it up there, and he goes, yeah, it's about this many degrees. I was like, what? He goes, that's what it is, this many degrees. So he goes back into his, I'm bouncing around with some pictures to try to keep you guys up. He bounces around in there. This is how many times he goes back into his bench. See the picture? He goes in and comes out, goes in and comes out, got the pencil, got the stuff. But then there's a story about this that I didn't quite follow. And I got to tell you why I didn't follow it. I'm going to throw out some numbers, and they're not right, because I can't. He lost me, all right? So he's like, you got to get that, if it's 15 degrees on this side, that makes this side 75 degrees, because you got to have 90 degrees. And I'm like, yeah, it sounds great, man. What are we doing? He goes, and you never want to cut it in the metal. You're going to cut your template out of wood. Make sure your wood template first. Then you go get your metal. Then you got your gussets. Then you weld it in. And then I'm like, okay, I got you. But he says, I can't get the degree to cut the wood on my miter saw. It doesn't go to that degree. I'm like, what the fuck good is a miter saw? But what fucking degree doesn't your miter saw go to? So now I'm sitting there, and again, I'm telling you, back to the saw. And he's like, measure. He goes, now what I'm going to do is I have a piece of wood. He had a piece of wood tucked away in his garage already, and he comes out carrying. He goes, "You see this cut on the angle here?" I go, "Yeah, that's cut at 35 degrees." Okay, you're keeping a piece of wood cut at 35 degrees, far out. What the fuck for? What are we talking about? He goes, "Well, I'm going to take the 35 degrees because I can't use on my miter saw. I can't use a 90 degrees, but I can use 35 degrees. 35 degrees, if I cut another piece of wood using this as my base, gives me the other degree, which is like 65 degrees. Now, 65, I can deduct to 15. I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about? But he's doing this. He's got wood upon wood and cut and like this. And he goes, so he gets this all done. And he walks up there and holds it. He goes, and it didn't even fit at all. Once it wasn't even close. He goes, my fault, I had it backwards. And I could see if you're cutting two ends of a piece of wood, if you're doing it on here and you cut it this way, but you're cutting the correct end. But if you cut it this way, you should have cut it that way. It doesn't. He's like, I got it. So he starts the whole fucking thing over again. And it looks like this. So now he goes all the way through this, and he's telling me how this all works. I know I'm sitting there watching. He gets all the way done. He goes, I'll explain this better when I'm done. I said, you lost me 40 minutes ago. I have no fucking idea what you're doing. So now he's been fucking with this thing. And where did this all start? Remember? We're just trying to figure out the angle on top and on bottom so we can weld gussets into it, right? So he gets it with his mathematical formula, with his abacus. He gets his abacus out and starts sliding little dials. He gets it. Now he's done, and he's proud of himself because he did it with math. And now it's time for me to leave. So we really can't cut the temp limit and do everything, but he's got the angles now. I grabbed the stick that he was using, the piece of wood he was using, and I said, look, I don't know about all your numbers, but I just, as a dumb mechanic, I hold it up there straight, and I'd take a pencil right up against the metal, and I draw a line right up against the metal. You know what? Because the metal's going up. I draw the line going up. It's up against the straight part, and I go there. That's how I do it. I don't know the math. So see, he got me with the tailgate ramp setup, but I think I was a little vindicated here. I didn't take 45 minutes. It took me 45 seconds. And I go, just hold it up there and fucking draw a line. Man, he looked at me like, that is not the way we do things around here. No, but I also put pictures in my wall with a screw gun and a level. I don't have to level, the continent and then the country and then the state of Nevada, then the city of Minden. I don't have to level out my street, my house foundation, make sure my wall is square, get out a plumb bob. He takes a plumb bob out when he's going to hang a picture. It takes him 9 hours to hang a picture. You know how long it takes me? 20 minutes and my picture's good. Okay, hang on.
There's some people that have comments about your little play date.
Nope, it's not a play date.
Well, Kelly Dick says he's arguing about it, so it definitely was a play date.
Well, Kelly Dix, go back to your porn star name, Kelly Dix. Go back to doing porn. You have no idea what it's like in a man's world, Kelly Dix out here.
Don on Facebook says still a play date, just adult style.
It's not a play date. What? I thought you had something constructive to say. I thought you were reading comments that were constructive.
Dr. Shadowlight over on Rumble said, well, he's trying to pimp his ride, old man style.
So here on TikTok, Backyard Oasis says it's actually simple. They just tried to make math hard for us. I didn't do shit. Why do you include Backyard Oasis in TikTok? He's including me in this like I had something to do with this fucking thing. All
right, TS Jedi for $5 on YouTube said, I use an angle finder similar to that for bending tubing. Mine is plastic, though, he said.
And dad is fuck over here on TikTok says, would be silly to just hold up a wood to the crane thing and trace it with a pencil. That'd be silly. Yeah, and that's what I did.
Public 520 says for $2, sounds like you guys need an engineer. Wink.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe there's something wrong with me. Maybe my generation is a little bit old school, but a little bit shortcut. Like, can we just get the fucking cutting going on here? But now, do you realize tomorrow when I go back over there, the first thing I have to do is bring my notebook and my pencil, and I'm going to get schooled on how this is done the right way, because he'll have it all figured out by then, and he'll say, okay, write this down, take notes, and I'm going to have to write down the mathematical formula. I mean, just because your guys' dad worked for Lockheed in the Skunk Works program, just because your older brother is a master machinist of 25 years, why do I have to know the math, man? I can hold a piece of wood up and draw with a pencil. I'm fine. But I'm going to have to listen tomorrow. I'm going to learn the whole thing the right way. And you know what? Your older brother, the Sun Valley Fox, is going to tell me the same thing my dad and my grandpa used to.
What's that?
You know what? You're going to learn how to do this the right way, son. Now, you can do it whatever way you want after I teach it to you the right way. Then you can fuck it up and do it wrong. It's your life. Do what you want. But I'm going to teach it to you right, so at least you know how to do it. That's the story I'm going to get tomorrow. You watch. So,
you okay?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Okay, was there more stuff in here?
Let me see if I have anything in the sheets while you hydrate there for a
Hydrating.
second.
Trippy Pineapple says hydrate.
Raised the top of my head when he gave me a hug. John Morgan for $2. Tell the truth. You got a mani-pedi, General.
No fucking way did I do that. Men don't do that. I don't care who you are.
Troy Abbott on Facebook. Wow, and I didn't think you couldn't get more handsome than you are now.
So that was my lecture, my lesson. We got the generator running just fine. We plotted out a lot of stuff and what we're going to do. Oh, I know what I could show you. There was one more thing about this. Boy, your brother just kicked me in my fucking groin today like so many times.
Little Willie, 85, says, when do you stop using Los Angeles time since you're no longer in California?
We're still in the LA time zone. Do you not understand that? Los Angeles, San Francisco, Portland, Olympia, Washington, Seattle. There's parts of Canada that are in the Pacific time zone. I could say, hey, live from we're broadcasting at 6 p.m. San Diego time. It's all the same fucking time zone. You think as farther you go north, there's a new time? Who the fuck said that? Little Willie or something? Little Small Dick? Well, listen, Small Dick.
Troy Abbott says, so the General has another play date tomorrow?
No. I have to go measure the size of a Pittman arm tomorrow. That's what I'm doing. Okay.
It's a play date.
So one more thing. This is your brother. I didn't tell you about this. Your brother's kicked me in the balls with this one.
Oh, just once?
No. This is just one at a time. So
okay.
I want to run a winch through this hollow tube. I want to run the cable up to the tube, and I want to run the cable out through this arm so that at the end of it, it looks clean. You don't see a cable everywhere. I mean, it's an old beat up truck. I just thought it'd be kind of cool to do it. It's like when you take your motorcycle and you cut out in the handlebars, you run your wiring through the handlebars. No? Nobody? All right. So I'm describing this to him, and he gets that fucking dad look again. He's like, all right, finish your story and get done talking. And I said, look, we'll take the winch, we'll mount the winch. The winch got to be straight on, but we'll go in, we'll find a roller or a pulley, and we'll go in and up through the top. We'll put a roller or pulley on the top. The cable can come out, go through that arm and go down. It's going to look great. I get all the way done telling the story. It's taking about 30 minutes to tell him all my engineering ideas, which are complicated for what we're doing. And he goes, why don't we just run it on the outside of the pole? And I said, well, that doesn't look as cool. He goes, what are you talking about? I said, that doesn't look as cool as hiding the cable and having someone go, dude, your winch works inside those two arms? How did you curve it? How did you go around the metal? I said, well, I have bolts in there with roller pulleys, and inside the cable is run so it's not I had this whole speech. He goes, where is this truck going to live? And I said, well, out on the property in Dayton. He goes, who's going to see it there? Well,
you?
Nobody. He goes, so let me get this right. The only way you're going to have this conversation, the Sun Valley Fox says, he says you're going to drive it for no particular reason from your property to the grocery store in town, stand there in the parking lot, and he puts his foot up on the rear bumper. He has these explains. You're going to stand there like this with your foot on the rear bumper and just wait for people to go by and go, want to talk about my pole? Want to talk about my winch? Want to talk about where my cable is? You're just going to try to drag random people because no one's going to care. No one's going to see this. No one's going to know. We're going to spend a lot of time, energy, and money on something the only person who's going to know about is you. And it's not going to work as well when you keep zigzagging your cable for winching stuff. Wow. Wow. He's got something clever thing in mind about running it up the bottom. And he goes, we're also going to mount the winch on a plate, a removable plate on the pole, because this crane swings and you need the winch to move with it. The cable's got to start in the same spot. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't even care anymore. I mean, you fucked up my whole idea. Yeah, fine.
Guy, you sound like Briggs.
Fine. Cable. Yeah, mount the winch to the outside. Yeah, the winch
everyone,
swivels.
He sounds like Briggs
Yeah, the
now.
winch swivels and everything's good. Oh, yeah, we can see the cables. Oh, we can access them for servicing them now. So what? I go, doesn't look as cool. He's like, fine, we'll do it your way. Nobody will ever, ever, ever have a conversation with you about it. It won't work as well, and it's really hard to do. I said, no. We'll just do it your way. You're the elder statesman here. He's about ready to say, I'm fucking done talking to you. We're doing it on the outside of the pole. I don't care if it's your money, your truck, and your winch. I'm not fucking putting it in the... He was almost there. He's right about there going, I'm not listening to your harebrained stories anymore. Oh, my God. It just had one...
Kim Campbell goes, Sun Valley Fox 2, General 1.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not like my two things were wrong. The one where I got him and got my point, he still got it right. I just made it seem like mine was quicker. But
Sounds like Brigger.
But he still got it right.
It sounds like Briggs.
I don't care. I don't care what you say. Shut up. I don't care. So anyway, that's how I spent my day, and there's more tomorrow. But see, the good news is that Sun Valley Fox and St. Donna have guests tomorrow. So he has to dress up a little nicer. He's got to stay inside and entertain. I can be outside fucking up shit and welding shit and drilling holes and doing shit. And the most he can do is walk outside and kind of look over my shoulder.
Oh, no.
And St. Donna will go, get back in here. We have company. So tomorrow's a free day for me.
No,
I get
he'll
a
be
pass.
in the garage.
I get a pass on everything tomorrow.
We learned from our dad. He'll be in the garage.
Is that what your dad would do at family get-togethers?
Oh, yeah. He'd be mostly in the garage.
No.
Or out back. I mean,
Okay, St. Donna ain't putting up with that for a goddamn second.
I don't know if the grandkids are going to be there.
Plus, he got in trouble today.
Oh.
Sun Valley Fox was supposed to be watching Zelly the dog, and all of a sudden the neighbor down the street's yelling, "Hey! Hey, come get your dog!" Right as St. Donna runs out and goes, "Where's Zelly?" And so, of course, Zelly got in trouble for leaving the house. The dog went down the neighborhood, down the street. But right after Zelly got done with her beating, Sun Valley Fox got a little talking to. That was my cue to leave. Once I saw that, I gathered up my things. Well, gotta go.
No, that sounds like what you did when you were 10.
Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm not being part of this action at all.
That's why you came home.
That's right. Came home in a big hurry. I called you, and the first things I said were, I don't care what you heard, it is not my fault. So, yeah, Zelly the dog got away. Zelly got an ass whipping, and then Sun Valley Fox got an ass whipping. I mean, when she comes out with a rolling pin, you know she's already cast blame. Before she even talks to anybody, that woman is cast blame already.
Wooden spoon?
Yeah, I don't think a wooden spoon would hurt him. I think the rolling pin was much more effective. He knew he was in trouble.
He used to get the fly swatter.
When she came out with a rolling pin today, calling him by his first and middle name, he knew. The first thing he said is, he goes, "Oh, where's the fucking dog?" Because he knew that was the only thing he got in trouble for. He knew.
You heard what I said. My mom used to get him with a fly swatter. Back of the legs.
Your dad?
My mom would get my brother.
How would your mom discipline your dad?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, this is how she did it. Don't think that rolling pin isn't well used. It's well used. There's dents all over it. Anyway, so that was it. That was the story on my day for the most part. A lot of things are still revolving around this silly truck and the interaction that goes. I'm telling you guys, the story that I just told you about our banter today, we did live. We did it live. You can watch it for an hour and just go between the two of us. The camera was on both of us. The camera was moving around, following us around. You got to watch the garage show. It's up on YouTube. It had that picture I showed you in the beginning. When this is done, if you want a good laugh, go listen to that. If there's nothing on TV tonight and you want to sit and drink and have a good laugh, you need to go watch that garage show. That was badass. All right, Gracie, are we done here? Is there anything else in the sheets?
TikTok is sending you some gifts.
Thank you, TikTok.
Shansta, I believe is their names. Shansta.
Let me look to see if I can see. Shansta. I can scroll back.
Also, Brent went fishing. Is almost to 24 months. He's celebrating 23 tonight. He can't wait for his 24 months.
Carrie Christmas said, thanks anyway.
Bates Linger 72 sent you gifts on TikTok.
Carrie Christmas asked, is it an Australian or English magpie? Two different species.
Ooh.
Carrie Christmas, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm not a bird guy. I'm picking stuff up as you guys are educating me, but I don't know. Carrie Christmas is over on TikTok. I don't know if Carrie's still watching or not, but he asked that a little bit back.
Jeremy
I
B
missed
said
it.
the General and Sun Valley Fox need to wear GoPros every time they work on Old Blue.
You know what?
That would be fun.
If you could, I don't know if we could. Do they have GoPro? I don't want a fucking 5-pound weight on my head.
No, they're not that
Are
heavy.
they light? Are they small? Because if we did that, but see, you'd have to edit it because you're not always looking. I don't know. I don't know if that would work or not. It's a good idea, but it may not. Some good ideas don't pan out good for shows.
Brent Went Fishing gifted 5 memberships on YouTube tonight.
I came in the middle of this, says Veranda. What is the scenario that caused all the debate? I'm hoping that moderators answered, but she didn't. She didn't even answer. Mary Matt's over there on TikTok. Didn't even. A person came in and said, I'm here in the middle of the conversation. What's going on? Do you think our moderator could take the time to give an update? No, not even a little bit. Someone's getting fired after the show. All right.
Wow.
So are we done? Are we caught up? Is there more sheets? What are we doing?
Let me just see. Let me run through at the top. Firewood Dart was over in TikTok tonight.
Yep.
RDSJ. It is a magpie. Finches are scared of them. Jays are on equal ground with them, is what we're being told.
That would make sense because those Blue Jays didn't fucking flinch at all.
I think that's it, babe.
Well, then you know what time it is. It's time to say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
Thank you, guys. Thank all of you for watching tonight. It was a quick hour. Went by so fast. There's more stories, but I'm out of time. I got stuff I got to go do. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. Not sure where you're listening in from around the planet, AM, FM, Sirius XM, or perhaps you tuned in on the Armed Service Radio Network. Remember 2 things in this life. Number 1, wherever you go, well, there you are. And number 2, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. I'm out, baby.